Hey, good morning, Chavra. Today is the 6th of Nissan, and we are concluding chapter 38 in Tanya on page 68 in your Chayenu. We're talking about the Kavana, having devotion and concentration during a mitzvah. Imagine eating cholent without spices. And it's not good, right? I mean, you might feel full. That's probably the extent of it, but it's not going to have the geschmack. So you need to have the Kavana when you do a mitzvah. In today's lesson, devotion born from intellectually stimulated emotion is human-like. We're the only ones who could actually sit down and concentrate and contemplate and meditate on our devotion and connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The higher one of which, again, devotion born from intellectually stimulated emotion is human-like, while one inspired by an instinctive love and awe is more animal-like. If it's just natural, where this is what I was taught as I was from the time I was a kid, to say Shema, to say a bracha, to think, to do, to whatever. That's more like an animal. But because an animal is instinctual, but when you think and contemplate on your own, that's more like a human. The Alter Rebbe now goes on to discuss two levels in Kavanah. The higher one of which is comparable to the soul of man, and the lower level is like the soul of animals. The first level is that of a person smart enough to know that to understand Hashem a little bit and to reflect on His greatness. The Hoylid, what am I going to think? Okay, so you look outside, you see, wow, it's a gorgeous day. Hashem created this whole beautiful world just for me to do a mitzvah. Start to think about that. He starts to create in his mind an understanding. Obviously, you're not going to understand Hashem. We can't do that. But you try to work on an understanding, fear, and a love in your mind and in the right side of a person's heart, which is the seat of the divine soul's emotions. In order for a person's neshama to thirst for Hashem, to seek Hashem, and to cleave to Him. How do we do that? By fulfilling Torah mitzvahs. Shehein, Hamshachas, V'ha'aras, and Seif Baruch Hu, Al Nafshay, the Davka Boy, which are the extension and illumination of the light of Hashem upon one's soul, by which one may cleave to Hashem. And when else do we do that? B'kavana zu, u'loimed u'mekayim ha'mitzvahs echem b'kavana zu, mispal u'mavarech. When a person studies Torah and fulfills the mitzvahs, it is with this kavanah that he starts to think about the greatness of Hashem. And likewise, when he davens and he says a bracha, it's with this kavanah of cleaving to Hashem, whose greatness a person is working on and coming to understand. Such a kavanah that comes through understanding is really connected to the soul of a human being. A person, a human being, has the freedom of choice. He can decide to do the mitzvah or not do the mitzvah. To think of Hashem while he does the mitzvah or not think of Hashem and connect to Hashem in such a way. And a human being can speak with wisdom. You could think before you speak. Such kavanah is based on intellect and choice. And then we have the second level of kavanah. The second level, the lower level, if you will, is that of a person whose understanding is limited to know and to reflect on the greatness of Hashem. I'll put myself in maybe that category. That, how much could we really understand? How much time could we dedicate and devote during a mitzvah to cleaving to God and trying to expound upon the greatness of Hashem? How much can we possibly understand, and from this create an understanding and a revealed love in our hearts, and also the yira, the awe of Hashem in our minds, and the pachad, the fear of Hashem in our hearts. So a simple person's level of understanding is not so powerful, is not so great, and is not going to conjure up serious emotion. Maybe once in a while, but usually, even if we have kavanah, it's fleeting. Okay, but at least he has the natural love. Person's thankful and grateful when you think of the greatness of what Hashem is doing for us. At least something. There's going to be a natural love that's hidden in his heart that he's able to wake up. It's going to bring that love and that fear and that awe out of the concealment of his heart, and he's going to bring it to a state of consciousness, at least in his mind, even if he cannot arouse it to a feeling, a strong love in his heart, but at least he's going to think about it for a little bit. At least when it's in his mind and it comes from the heart, so it's in both a little bit. The more he does so, he's going to have at least sincere love and awe of Hashem, even if it's not a deep contemplation and a deep understanding. And what's he trying to do? Limser nafshe bepoel mamish al yichud Hashem. He's trying to reach that level of bitul, to surrender his life, to literally give his life away, not just speech. Talk is cheap. Are we ready to give our lives for Hashem? There's affirmation of the unity of Hashem, rejecting belief in any other God. In order to attach himself and his divine soul and his garments of thought and speech and action, to unite them with Hashem and the unity of Hashem. And this is Hashem's will. And Hashem's will, where is it? It's enclosed in Torah mitzvahs. This natural love that every yid has also has fear. It has acceptance of Hashem, that, there's this ingrained fear that if we do something wrong, we're going to be punished. Oh, everyone get that question. You're not thinking about it too deeply. You're just a little bit scared. If I do this, oh, is this happening to me because I did something wrong? Because I wasn't acting appropriately? But one is motivated by this kavanah, the natural love, the fear that's in a person not to do an aveira. Then what does he do? He turns away from evil, he doesn't sin, and he does good by doing the mitzvahs, and he studies and prays and recites the blessings. Thinking merely of the words, without conscious love and fear of Hashem in his heart and in his mind, which would lend emotional intensity to his prayer, lacking revealed love and fear, a person davens only with the meaning of the words when one fulfills the Torah in this manner. So he's still, even if he's just davening and translating the words and having a feeling for the davening, he's already accomplishing this basic love and fear of Hashem. Okay, but this level is a lower level. The higher level is that of an intellectual. The lower level is that of an animal that does the same routine every single day. We come to shul, we daven, fine. Still a level. An animal has certain emotions. It's scared of certain things. Animals will run from fire. They know when the fire is coming. They know when a predator is around. And it loves certain things naturally. You don't have to tell it. It's just going to do the same thing that it loves. It's going to do it all the time. The leiv kol Yisrael. So too, by way of example, the natural love and fear within a Jew, every single Jew has the natural love and fear that there are certain things they don't want to do to upset Hashem. And then there's certain things that they're going to do out of love for Hashem. And you're like, why'd you do that? I don't know. It's something that I do. I feel like I have to do it. This natural love and fear is a gift given to us by our forefathers, and we talked about this earlier. Okay, so what's the takeaway for today, Chavra? The takeaway is you might not be able to arouse a heart-stirring love for Hashem before you perform a mitzvah. If you get all caught up in dveikus and you get all connected and you're completely blown away, but at least you could recall and reveal that hidden love that we have towards Hashem, that gift that we got through our ravos, and we recall that at our core is the neshama, the divine spark, that constantly and eternally desires nothing but to be close to Hashem. Okay, that's it for today.